What's going on YouTube? It's your boy SAMDUKEZ with another Frosty Cave vid. So for this video we are going to be doing some 2v2 high rated around 2400 I believe, and I will do my best to explain every single situation, what's going on, what am I thinking, etc. There will be matchups against certain classes that a lot of people have asked me to do videos on. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get into the video. Just remember guys, throw that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and until next time guys. So the first matchup is going up against Double Monk. If you guys have been doing twos, you notice that this is actually a really strong comp, and it's really hard for us because we cannot catch up to them, and they usually reset and then go for the burst. Eventually with dampening, your healer cannot out heal it. But with that being put in mind, I always want to be one step ahead of the enemy team. Like if I know he's going to port, to not fall for it, etc. You'll know exactly what I mean. So I did go permafrost and icy talents for this because they synergize together, and also I believe that I was going to be the target, so that's my thought process behind the talents. Alright, let's get into it. So I'm going to throw chains onto the Windwalker. So the Mistweaver comes in right away. So we get a Hodge. He's running Crane. So he does Crane, double leg sweep. I am relentless. So I am not popping anything, notice, because he is craning. There's no point, but look how much damage that we are getting out onto him still. Right now, no more Crane, right? So I am going to pop my burst, start bursting on him. So he does get away. I don't have no connecting factor. So instead of chase, I'm also hitting the Windwalker. Now making my way to the Mistweaver again. So I do get incapped over here. It does break, and then I'm rooted. We do get a full Hodge again. Crucial, guys, crucial. He will have, and then we do get a Belf. I did Dragon, but it did force a Cocoon. I Dragoned also because I got that nice grip. So I did get Touch of Death on me, so my healer did bot me. Now Crane is up again. Notice he's craning offensively. I do get swept again, which is unfortunate, but I'm not really doing anything, just making my way to him. I do grip him. I do get incapped over here. Now he does jump down. He ports right back up, which was, I believe, a mistake on his part. Making my way to him, we get the full Hodge over here. Gotta pop the burst. Now, also guys, you gotta remember, I timed it perfectly because I already knew Incap was super DR'd. So you notice that when he incapped me again, it was super DR'd. Stuns are DR'd. So there's a lot of things that they cannot do to peel me off now. He does jump down, so I follow him, right? I'm going to Belf the cast. He's going to roll away straight, and I do grip him and just get the kill just like that. Make sure you always have a connecting factor. He rolled, I had grip while I'm bursting. You don't want to burst and not have these things. Like I see so many DKs just burst, and then they basically flop because they can't reach him, right? Alright guys, so next matchup is up against the Arcane Mage Disc. So we all know as Dukez, we do not like going up against Arcane Mages simply because they have so much mobility. Those 4 blinks are just, annoying basically. So with that being put in mind, I already know that I want to kill the Disc Priest because we can stick on him more. So just remember. So the priest is in the open, and that is on purpose, guys. He is there on purpose. He wants me to be the open field. So it looks like the mage wants to go onto my healer, actually. So notice how I put that AMZ right away when he AP'd, and it was able to absorb a lot of the damage coming in from the mage. Okay, so I am charmed right now. Gonna make my way to the priest right now. Okay, so I grip, I start the burst over here. right? So he already paints up, guys. Now I'm hitting the mage, and notice the mage temp shield. So I went back to the priest. I did get a stun with the Remorseless Winter, and that forced the mage trinket. Back onto the priest, belfed him. So we already got PS, which is really good. I do get feared. I'm not gonna trinket. Burst is up, so there's no point. Whenever they're close to each other, notice how I hit both of them. So I did get sacked over here. I'm not sure why. I could have missed something, but... And now I'm charmed. Alright, so we do get the Hodge onto the priest again. We were in voice, so he should have waited technically for my burst before he did that. But we still got trinket, so that's good. So I do counter move here. Now I got the burst, right? I'm setting up for it. And I pop it right now, right? So he's going to barrier, I believe. We do get a stun. Actually, no, he did not barrier. Okay. I trinketed the fear immediately since I am putting a lot of pressure, right? So yeah, he didn't barrier yet. Notice that the mage is just focusing on my healer. I did not know why, because now he got a poly onto my healer. So he's probably gonna go me since I'm already low. I do IBF. I get one IBF off, and I get charmed, and there's no interrupt for it, which was unfortunate. I could have gotten the full heal, but because he belfed the mage instead. So now back onto the healer, and over here I do get a half DR feared. Burst is coming up in 8 seconds. And there's the barrier. Now notice what I do. Setting up for it, right? I go away from the mage, away from the barrier. I'm going to grip and then root and then burst. The priest is not going to be able to move away. He's going to get caught into my DR stun right there. And we also have a belf just in case. And we end it that way. Let's get into the next match. Alright guys, so the next matchup is up against the same team. This one is a lot longer of a match, and it just shows you that they do have an advantage, and you'll see what I mean. I did decide to go Cadaver's Pillar this time because I believe that they were going to go me. I do not know if it actually helped me, so I do not recommend it actually. I think AMZ is still better. Alright, and I do not know why I went hardiness, but I believe I just forgot it on. Alright, we're starting off. He's in the open field. He did get massive build in Biz. And I do believe that... Okay, so I do get charmed. It did break after the Hodge onto the priest. And the same thing again, the priest is the target. So I am bursting. Notice he absorbed most of the burst this time. And you know, usually I like to switch. Everybody that knows me knows that I like to switch around, but because it's arcane mage, I have to stick on to the whatever I can hit. I cannot just go up to the mage and just hit him because he's too far away. If he was close by, I would be switching to him, forcing temp shield or something. Throwing those chains onto the mage just so he is a little bit slowed. So he did get a double fear, it did break on me, and I guess they're switching to me now. So I have no AMS, and I noticed that my healer is in a polymorph, so I did try to line, and that's why I used my Wraith Walk to go again around the pillar. And I'm doing the same thing again because I knew he was getting another one, and the Arcane Blast I did, and Mark of Alunus I did line it. Positioning is crucial, guys, especially against this. Now I'm making my way back to the priest since my healer is not in crowd control anymore. So I do get feared. I am going to trinket since I popped my burst. I get that stun with Remorseless Winter. And now we got barrier as well. And it's going to allow him to survive. I do get sacked, and that is why I'm still on the priest, so I can stay really offensive. I do suggest switching off, but I told you the reason. Like over here, I am lining again. I do have AMS in case. He does temp shield, pre-temp shield. I do not know why. I did end up AMSing though. We do get a Hodge over here, and getting ready for the setup of the burst. I always love to try to get them halfway before I do burst. It's not always the case. I do get polyed over here. Notice, guys, now he can't poly me during my burst. You got to remember that. These are openings. So I'm going to pop the burst. He can't poly me. I think it's like super DR though, so I'm not even worried about it. That's why I didn't care about not having AMS. I do get the stun over here. He's still able to survive. I believe he took a different talent. I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar with Priest. And since I couldn't reach him and I was taking so much damage, I did grip the mage so I can kick him on arcane just so I can survive for a little bit. You know, I do get charmed over here. They turned around the pressure. AMS is coming up in a second, and I do AMS and being very cocky with the IVF, and I end up still having to use it since they got that full fear onto and yet again, I was only able to get one tick off. Really bad. It's really hard because you cannot reach, as you can tell. And sometimes when you do IBF, it's not like you have your connecting factors, because your connecting factors should be around your burst, right? Okay. Get the burst right away. Now, the reason that I'm trying to put up that pressure, turn it around or something. I do get that, but I'm taking so much damage. Once I got sacked, I wanted to go back onto the priest. So now I got both of them halfway. We turned it around. I'm topped off. We get a DR stun into a Belf. I trinket the fear, but it broke right before, if you paid attention. So I see, this is where I should have trinketed. It did break. I do get a half. The mage is also stealing the freedoms. Still onto the priest right now. As you can tell, we turned it around pretty well. We get a Hodge. He is going to trinket the Hodge. That would have been kill. Okay, he did a barrier again. Now look, notice how my healer said dead, because he thought I was gonna dead. So I know he's in a CC chain. He's in poly or whatever. So I'm spamming the death strikes while I'm bursting. You know, not really the best thing, but it may have made me survive. So because I did get scared, I believe that the priest wasn't gonna die. So once I got sacked, I turned it around, started frost striking. I countered the mage. I'm going to get full polyed. Get dispelled. I'm going to get polyed again. But notice, now that the disc is almost I know my kill windows, we are in a good standing, right? I kicked that mind control. Now poly's on DR. Charmed half. And it's just a matter of connecting now and staying alive. I AMS to stay aggressive and to absorb all those arcane missiles. I gripped that poly, belfed the next one. See, when we gripped and then belfed, we were able to also, now he has temp shield on him, so I don't want to hit into it. And now they're turning around. I started taking so much damage. Once I got sacked, I knew I was good. Going after the mage right now. He will have to block. Yep, there we go. Counter that mind control. Trinketed the DR since it got, and we were able to end it right here. And these matchups are really tough, guys. Really tough for us, Dukez.